Hey guys, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Tinfoil Hat episode 9. And this one is called Nature's Funny Moments. Okay, right? I'm gonna take you on the journey of my healing process here, right? Because I had to heal. So let's say every morning around 5, 6 a.m., I get woken up by the birds, right? So I would hear this, right? And then I would hear this. Okay. Now, after a year and a half, guys, I finally understood what the birds were saying. So when I heard this, okay, all this means, guys, right? This is what this means. It goes, in today's news, the dreadhead guy finally understands what we are saying. Shouts out to the sound chirp department for achieving such a feat. I was like, oh, they're talking about me. Whoa, right? And then I would hear this. Now, all that means, guys, right? What they just said was, in other news, it's hawk season. If anyone needs help designing their nest, see the Robinsons family 4 trees down from the yellow building. Oh, I was like, what's going on? Like, how am I understanding this? I said, that's it, guys. That's it. I'm going to go take a walk. I'm going to go to the park, get grounded, and just bathe in the sun, right? So I get to the park, kick my shoes off, right? Put my towel down, I'm laying down, I'm looking into the sky, and guess who shows up? Oh my God. The hawk circles me, right? And I'm like, nah, are you serious, man? You serious right now? And then the hawk flies, and then he lands on the little pole over there, right? And then we lock eyes. You know what I'm saying? He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and for some reason, I just knew what he was saying. And this is what he said to me. He was like, so, you heard about me, huh? Damn birds. I'm gonna get him this season. I was like, yo, what is going on? I said, I can't take this anymore. I said, that's it. No more grounding. I'm going back home. So I started walking back home. I got the birds and the crows and chirping everywhere, right? And so as I get home, I've got a pool with the fence around it. And there's the wall with the driveway, right? So, as I'm walking in, I'm passing the pool, and then I'm seeing the bee drown. The bee's drowning in the pool. So I said, oh, no. Right, I grabbed the stick, and then put the stick into the pool, like, come on, get on the stick. Right, so the bee gets on the stick, and, put him off to the side, leave him off there in the sun so he can dry off, right? And then I walk into the house. Right, right? Something just told me. It was like, hey, man, go check on the bee. I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go check on the bee right now. So I go back outside, right? And right when I open the door, boom, right on top of the fence, there's a bee. And I'm like, no. It's like this. And I'm like, whoa. Okay, then I look to the side to see if it's the same bee. No, the bee's drying off over there, right? So back to this bee with locked eyes. And then I look at him, he looks at me, and then he says, hey, thanks for saving my homie. Zzz. And it flies off. Look, he flies off to the other bee, and then they both fly off together. I was like, cool, what is going on? Guys, I can't take it anymore, right? And so this is going on, and then I was like, man, this is what a day, right? Because y'all think I'm making this up. This really is happening. So I'm sitting there like, wow, what else could happen? And so I'm looking, and just on the wall. Look, guys, on the wall. Look, I can't make this up. Right, on the wall. Here comes a squirrel. He stops. We look. I stop. We look. And I'm like, oh, no, I can't. I'm not dealing with none of this crap. So I go back inside the crib. I cracked the door open a little bit, let the air in, right? Right? And the dingleberries of this squirrel, he pokes his head inside the crack in my door, and he goes like this, he goes, "Oh, nice place. Hey, you got any food for me?" I'm like, "Huh? What are you doing? What do you mean, nice place?" I was like, "Yes. Hey, man, I got you, man." And what was crazy about this squirrel, right? I gave him a nickname. I had to because he had this scar right here, right from his, right here. I don't know how he got it, so I call him Scarface, you know what I mean? But we call him Face for short, right? So as Face sticks his head in, looks around, and says, "Nice place. Got any food?" I'm like, "Okay, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you." Okay? Right? And so I get the nuts. Right? Put all the nuts in my hand. Right? And so I go outside. Right? And then he's scattering away from me, right? And he's looking at me like, "Oh, you ain't gonna kill me, right? You ain't gonna do nothing, right? You ain't gonna do nothing?" I was like, "Nah, man, I got nuts in my hand." He was like, Okay. Right? So I go to the wall, put the nuts down on the wall, guys, right? Put the nuts on the wall, right? And then here comes Face. And I'm like, "Okay, look, I said, I'm done, man. Like, I'm so done right now." Right? And so I said, "That's it. Look, I'm feeling kind of hungry at that point because everybody, he's eating." So I'm like, all right. So I'm going to go take a walk because I got to get out of here. So I take the walk. I go to the orange tree, guys, right? The orange tree is just right down the street here, right? So I get to the orange tree. I'm hungry. So I'm like, all right, trying to get, I can't get an orange. Right? I'm using my basketball skills. Do you know what I mean? I'm throwing rocks into the tree, right? Nothing's happening. So, I see a rubber tire on the ground, right? So I grab the rubber tire, and like thinking that I'm going to use it to jump higher, right? Nothing's working. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, like got my hands on it, I'm like, man, how am I going to get this orange, yo? I need an orange, right? So as I'm looking up, right? And all of a sudden I see something, right? On the electrical line, right? It's the squirrel! And I'm like, no way! It's that Face, right? So the squirrel comes around and he jumps into the tree. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me right now. Then all of a sudden, as he jumps in the tree, he's shuffling the tree, right? And I'm like, you gotta be joking, right? He's shuffling, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom. 2 oranges fall on the ground. I'm like, no! I grab the oranges. I look back up, and then here's the goddamn squirrel. Face pokes his head out the damn bushes. He goes, and then it bounces out and goes on. I'm like, yo, look, I said, that's enough. I can't do this anymore, guys. Like, you don't understand. Like, y'all think I'm bullshit right now, okay? Y'all think I'm playing. This really happened, okay? So I get these 2 oranges, and I said, that's it. I'm going back into the house. I'm locking my door. I'm shutting the blinds down, and I'm not leaving because I don't want to have any more conversations with any more animals, okay? Now, look, guys, this is my nature's funny moments here. This is what happens when you engage with it, right? And then you'll come to this one-on-one intimate, very intimate moments with these animals. And look, guys, right? I know this is long. This is too long, but I should have shortened it somehow, right? But honestly, guys, this really happened. And this is nature's funny moments, guys. This is why I wear the tinfoil hat, guys. Okay? Tapped in. Like I told you guys before, I put my finger in the electrical outlet and then I got the downloads. And wow. This is, guys, nature's funny moments. Thank you for watching, right? And maybe one day you too will have one of these funny bunny moments, right? Hey, it's your boy